at him. He's like, he's on cue.
You are chilling. So I have like major trust issues of anyone looking after my dogs. Like
snap.
Like, and I'd been furloughed as well, so I was like full-time dog mum at this point. Like, it was amazing. I'm like loving life. Like, I remember my manager rang me and was like, "We want you to come back," and I was like, "Oh, that was not in my plan."
Hey Sarah, nice to have you on the Dog Mum podcast. How are you today?
I am very good, very excited to be here. So thanks for having me.
Good, good. I can see that Peanut and Pablo are not here with you today, but you've got Chubbs.
Oh, I've got a friend.
Yeah.
Very handsome friend, yeah.
He's actually matching, his little scarf is matching the sofa today, which
I love that.
It was a coincidence. I didn't mean for that to happen, but you know, matchy, dog mums and dads absolutely love that.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, I've seen you on the gram producing amazing content.
Thank you.
Oh, chubby. Are you having a little scratch
just
there?
Some bum scratches.
Little scratch. You're just too cute. I know that you're going to try and take the shine and the away from us throughout the recording. Okay, so tell me a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I am a dog mum, very much a self-confessed crazy dog mum. I've got my two Cavapoos, Peanut and Pablo, and I just love kind of sharing them online, getting up to various different dog-friendly activities, stays. Basically my life revolves around them.
So I absolutely love learning about dog parents, their stories. I actually haven't met a dog parent yet that doesn't have a great story. And I know that from my personal journey, it's always good to talk to people because there's always like a deeper reason for having a dog. So have you always wanted to have a dog?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I was that child who relentlessly asked their parents for a dog, and the answer was no. And it wasn't that they didn't like dogs, but it was just kind of the commitment and work and everything else. So I was that person that pretty much moved into my own apartment. 2 weeks later, got a dog.
Yeah. Okay. So you were like dog. So why do you feel like you wanted a dog all these years?
I think it's just that companionship. Like, there's something about dogs. Oh, what a boy.
Look at him. He's like, he's on cue.
You are chilling. Yeah, I think it's the companionship. Like, you know, anyone who's ever had a dog, when you haven't had a dog, you just see that bond, kind of the light that they bring to your life. And I was just desperate. But I think I didn't realise how good it was having a dog until I actually got a dog.
Sure. It's interesting because as a kid, you know that you want a dog, but at that moment, you don't actually know why you want a dog. It's very interesting. But did you have any, now when you look back, and you think was there somebody that you knew that had a dog? Or it was just something very instinctive in you that wanted a dog and loved them?
I think it was pretty instinctive. Like, when I was a child, my mum would quite often look after other people's dogs in the summer holidays. So she was a teacher. So we would always offer to have people's dogs. And I remember there was this one Labrador that we had, like a chocolate lab. And he was just absolutely lush. And I just loved taking him to the beach, like having that companionship, having all that fun. And yeah, he was probably the first one that really kind of drew me in.
Yeah, like lit that spark in you. Like, when I get older, I'm going to have my own dog. I'm having a dog. And you really did. You've got two.
Yeah.
So how did Peanut and Pablo come into your life? Who came into your life first?
So it was Peanut. So I'd kind of always had in mind that I really wanted that kind of fluffy teddy bear-like dog. And my brother actually has Cavaliers. So then I discovered Cavapoos and I was like, well, I know Cavaliers are a really nice dog. And then this is that kind of dreamy, fluffy teddy bear, cuddly sort of dog. So yeah, it was predominantly because of changes of life and lockdown happening. It was like, okay, this is actually a really great opportunity for, you know, work was changing. I was going to have the time to get a dog. So yeah, Peanut came along. I always thought about getting a second dog just because I think the companionship for themselves. I wasn't entirely sure about getting one at that point. But then I kind of started looking and I was like, oh, is this a bad option? And I spoke to my mum and I thought my mum would be the voice of reason and be like, Sarah, come on, like, you don't need another dog. And she was like, well, if you're going to do it. And then once you see that puppy, you're like, I need the puppy. Yeah, like, I'm sold. I was like besotted. So yeah, then it became the duo.
So Lockdown dogs.
Yeah.
That was your first experience of owning your own dog through lockdown?
Absolutely. And I know that kind of comes with some there was a period where people were getting dogs without the longer term commitment, which absolutely wasn't for me. Like I was like, if I'm getting this dog, like if my life changes, then I need to make those changes to suit the dog. So for me, that was always the top priority. Like even with work, when I first went back, it was kind of like, okay, we'll be in the office a few days. And I was like, I can't do this. So I actually got a new job because I was like, I need to make sure that I can be around for Peanut and Pablo and kind of not just leave them, or, the thought of getting rid of them just because it didn't suit my lifestyle anymore was just never, ever.
It's a no-no.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I would bet my life around them, and I have.
That's exactly what I did. As soon as I got Chubs, it was like, okay, whole life has to change.
Oh, absolutely. Like, when people like back in the day would be like, oh, like, if you went for a meal or you went on a night out and people like, well, I need to go back for the dog. I never fully understood that. And now I am that person. Like, I overthink it all. I'm like, God, if I can bring the dog, I'm bringing the dog. Like, they're not staying home alone. Like, what's the time? How long have they been home alone for? Can someone go and check on them? Like, I'm really like, I pretty much base my plans around what Peanut and Pablo are doing.
Absolutely. And this is why you have dog-friendly content.
Yeah.
Because, look, as soon as I saw your content, I was like, she's a dog mum. She's not messing about. She takes her dog to hotels. She takes her dogs to restaurants. She takes her dog everywhere. This is exactly my kind of kindred spirit.
Love it.
That's me. I've even taken Chubs to Windsor Castle.
I love that. I didn't know you could. That is amazing.
Yeah. We went in lockdown, actually, and they were like, okay, you can come in.
Love that.
He's gone to the Queenie's residence.
That is amazing. What a guy.
I know. We couldn't actually take photos, which I was gutted about. But hey, he's been there. He had a ball.
I love that.
So what made you go for the particular breeds that they are?
Cavapoos.
Cavapoos.
Yeah. So I think it was because I knew Cavaliers through my brother having two of them. And just the kind of hypoallergenic part with them being part poodle. And I just like the balance, like they're kind of a good size, because I think that is the reality if you do want to take them, particularly, around London and things like that.
Yeah.
There is a size factor. I mean, you see some amazing dog parents with kind of golden retrievers taking them all sorts of places, but there is an element that is harder. Like, it's a lot easier when they're small enough to fit under the table, sit on your knee, whatever else.
Definitely.
So yeah, for me, Peanut and Pablo, that kind of perfect balance of they're cuddly, they're loving, but you can also take them out. Like, I could walk them for hours and they're just like full of energy. So I think it's like that lifestyle match. I think that's really important when you get a dog. Like, you need to have that lifestyle. Like, I couldn't have a super, super active, super kind of intelligent, not putting Peanut and Pablo down, but do you know what I mean? Like a dog that needs that kind of real training element. Like, I need those dogs to kind of work with who I am. And Definitely. I think that's where the bond comes, doesn't it? You kind of get the dog that suits you and your personality.
Agreed. And your day to day.
Yeah. And it's only fair on the dog. Like, you need them to kind of fit into your lifestyle and be happy with that as well.
It works both ways.
Yeah.
I'm not the type that is going to get up and jog every morning and look at Chubs. He's not exactly a jogger.
In the morning?
Are you a jogger?
He's like, no. What?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not jogging.
Hello.
So you really have to select the right breed for your lifestyle. And then you're going to have that longevity and that happiness together.
Yeah.
And it's really important. And I feel that is one thing that, lacks sometimes, is that people don't do the research.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's like, if you don't have the time to give the dog what it needs, then that's not right either. Oh, hello. Would you like to say something?
Oh, wow. Chubs.
You are the main character.
You want to get into the mic? I can't believe this. I can't believe it.
This is main character energy.
He's always been main character energy.
I feel the vibe.
Okay. So in terms of lockdown, we all don't want to talk about lockdown anymore. It's done and dusted. But if you imagine yourself now without Peanut and then Pablo in lockdown, do you think you would have had a very different experience?
Oh, like unbelievable. Like, I really kind of hold on to the fact that Peanut got us through that first lockdown.
So you really saw them as a great, amazing entry into your life during lockdown.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's just that pureness of a dog. Like, everything else in the world is kind of going wrong, but they're unaware. they're just there. They love you. You love them. And they really appreciate the simple things. And that's kind of what lockdown brought us all back down to. It kind of leveled everyone out because no one got on holiday. You couldn't really do fancy things. Like everyone's in the house. And the highlight of the day was the walk. And you pretty much live like the dog's life. And you were content with who you were with. It was like, it's just all about that time together.
Definitely. And I really look forward to the walks in lockdown.
Do you remember the one a day?
The one a day. And I thought, oh my goodness, I have a dog. I can go out.
Yeah.
Do you remember when people wanted to borrow other people's dogs so that they could actually go out in lockdown?
Yeah.
So then you think, now everybody sees the benefits of having a dog. And then we had that huge surge of people that went and got dogs. And then the price went up and it just all became a bit of a frenzy, to be honest.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I bought Peanut just before lockdown. And I think the price quadrupled for Cavapoos. And it's like, that's insane. And it does. It breaks my heart that people got them for the wrong reasons. Like you get a dog and it's that kind of cliche saying of like, a dog's not just for Christmas, it's for life. Like when you get that dog, you commit to that dog. And I'm very big on that. Like whatever's going on, like you have brought that dog in your life and that they deserve to have the life and the love and everything else, whatever else is going on with your life, you know, when things get busier, it's like, what do you put in place so that they still have that kind of comfort and love and everything else?
Yeah, completely. And you do have to be really responsible as a dog parent. Going back to what we said before, really choose the right dog for your life because then you complement each other and you have the best experience then. So let's talk about some practical dog mum stuff.
Yep.
What does your daily routine look like?
So first priority, anyone who knows Pablo, breakfast is like top of the agenda. That boy does not lie in. So Peanut got me in a false sense of security. Like I love Pablo to the end of this earth, but he's a very different dog to Peanut. Peanut is like quintessential perfect dog. She's just like so laid back, would lie in as long as you lie in, no drama. Like she is... The only kind of thing is she is a little bit of a thief with food, but I would hold my hands up that probably any time she's able to steal food was probably down to me, you know, if you leave stuff out. Pablo is that guy who is just bursting with energy in the morning. I mean, on like another level, like I kind of take my hat off and it kind of does get you out of bed, which is great because he is just so excited.
Bouncing off the roof.
Literally bouncing. And it's like, you know, when you lay in bed and if he even gets a glimpse that you've breathed differently or a slight eyes opened, he knows. He's there. The tail's wagging, like the energy is like next level. So literally, first priority is breakfast.
Okay. In bed sometimes?
Sometimes, you know, for fancy it on a weekend.
Yeah.
The good thing is once he's had his breakfast, he will normally come back to bed for a little while. So I like to have like a cup of tea, you know, trying to like wake myself up a little bit. And then it's get the dogs straight out. Yeah. We live really near the beach, which is absolutely lovely. So try and get them out for a really good run. And I guess as well, because of lockdown, my dogs are very used to being walked a lot. Because that's all we did. Like I used to spend hours, especially when we lived in London, like that's all I do on the weekend is literally like walk the dogs. So their expectation is probably quite high. Like you Google things with Cavapoos and it's like, oh, they need half an hour walk. Mine need a lot more than that. So
how much?
Optimum for them would probably be about 2 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it is a bit of a commitment, but it depends on the weather. You know, if you have a few busy days and then there's a bit of a crappy day, they're fine just to chill. So it's a nice balance. It doesn't have to be every single day. But yeah, get them out, kind of run them ragged on the beach. Peanut loves to play fetch. Pablo just kind of does his own thing, shouts at stones.
Yeah, boy stuff.
Boy stuff, exactly. Wheeze on things relentlessly. And then they kind of come back chill. I make coffee and then normally log in for work. So yeah, we've got a bit of a flow. They understand the word beach and that gets Pablo like on another level in the morning. So yeah.
I love that. It's like beach instead of walk.
And he's like, his head's like, yes.
I love that.
Now.
So in terms of you, do you get up before them or do they wake you up?
Oh, Pablo's first up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that like a 6 o'clock start?
Can be, yeah. It goes through phases of being earlier. I mean, the benefit of the winter is the dog mornings, but as soon as the kind of light starts creeping in, he is like, ding.
I'm just going to turn around to see what Chubby's doing. Chubby, what are you doing? Go and see Sarah.
Gonna come up.
Go on. Go round. Good boy.
Peanut and Pablo are going to think I've cheated on them, aren't they, when I get home?
That's a good boy. I don't trust you running around the studio. Oh, he gets. Is this kissing time?
All the kisses.
Look at that. I think he loves you, Sarah.
Oh, I love him. Is he always super affectionate?
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Your mummy's boy.
He is. Well, right now he's anyone's boy. And he likes the ladies. Dog. He loves kissing. Chubby treats. Okay.
Oh, getting all the love.
So you spoke about, oh, wait a second. Chubby. Chubs. Okay, should we sit down? Look at your handsome face. Look at your handsome face. Should we ever lay down? Oh, very good boy.
Good boy.
That's a good boy.
Could
say good boy all day.
Yeah. You do, don't you?
It's like my favourite word. Good boy, Chubby. Good boy. You're so cute. He likes that one.
It's like the classic dog mum thing. Like your dog could have terrorized you all day, but you're like, oh, what a good boy.
I know. Just look at them though. I mean, I always think, how is anyone like mean to a dog? It's impossible.
Yeah, like I can't even comprehend.
Makes no sense.
No.
It really doesn't. You spoke about you being in London and now Newcastle.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
do they compare? How's life as a dog parent in both cities and how do they compare?
Very different. We do come down to London quite a lot still, which is really nice because I think you can kind of be a bit more of a fun dog mum in London. Like there is a lot more to do. And I think a lot of people have a misconception where they think London's not dog friendly, where I actually think it's very dog friendly if you go to the right places. Like people go kind of above and beyond. If it's dog friendly, it's like dog menu, like dog drinks, like it's like next level. So yeah, I kind of miss that sort of every weekend we get up, go for a new adventure, love a London park. At home, it's a little bit more chill. We're probably more on the kind of like, you know, go to the beach. They spend a lot of time at my mum and dad's and that is like their favourite place. So like we pull up to the house and Peanut actually squeals.
Oh, wow.
So it's nice.
That.
It's nice to be around the family and they literally would be there every single day if they could. Like since we moved house, we're living with my mum and dad for like the week. And I honestly think like Peanut and Pablo would happily just be like, why don't we all just live here? Like they're just like, this is amazing.
I think in the end, dogs kind of know best. They love a family environment. Yeah. I think that's what it is. They love that. So London life, a bit more glitz, a bit more glamour for the dogs.
Yeah.
More curated, more tailored.
Yeah.
And then life in Newcastle, a bit more chill, more space.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
And so the dogs get loved on from the family and that's spoiled. The pro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my mum is like terrible for spoiling the dogs.
Yeah,
like,
that's what they're for. Grandparents.
Like, it's true. Yeah, exactly. Like I notice a difference. Like if I go on holiday, they'll go to my mum and dad's. And then like when they come back to me, it's like they are being little terrors because they have been allowed to do whatever they want.
Like Chubbs now.
Yeah.
You're a terror. You're a terror.
Handsome though.
Aren't you? Little terror. Right, let's get him down. Chubby down.
Can I come here, darling?
He's hilarious. This is so funny. Can you imagine the three of them in here?
Oh, it would be carnage.
Chubby, come on, down. Good boy.
Lie here. Oh, that's nice. Little straddle.
There we go. All right, we can leave him there. So we're going to move on now to your journey as a content creator. So why and how did you start creating content with your dogs?
So genuinely, when I started the account, it was obviously originally just Peanut. So it was Peanut the Cavapoo. I literally thought I'd have like 50 followers. And the sole purpose was, it was lockdown. I had this beautiful little puppy. Everyone just needed a bit of, you know, puppy in their life. And I thought instead of spamming my own Instagram, I'll set up a little account, friends, family can see these pictures. And I was literally just uploading like random snaps, like Peanut doing this, Peanut's first walk, like all these things. And it kind of progressed over time. Obviously, the advantage, I think, at that point was Instagram was very heavily used. So probably from a growth perspective initially, it was a very good time because everyone was just looking for some, you know, happy pictures online.
Life was pretty grim.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to do. So we're looking for any ounce of joy. And kind of as the time progressed, I think it was the first 6 months we hit 10,000 followers. And I'd been furloughed as well. So I was like full-time dog mum at this point. Like it was amazing. I'm like loving life. Like I remember my manager rang me and was like, we want you to come back. And I was like, oh, that was not in my plan. I'm like,
I'm a dog mum now.
Yeah, like it's August and me and Peanut having great fun, like in London. Like, like we're in parks, like we're doing things. I was like, okay. And I think at that point was when I kind of started to be like, okay, I could take this a bit more seriously. And then you kind of start having like brands reach out and they're like, can we send you this product? I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like, and that's kind of where it stemmed from. I think it kind of very much organically grew. And then we got into the dog friendly stuff. I think it was the start of 2022. We got invited to a hotel in London and I was like, this is cool. Like, hadn't even kind of imagined that would be a thing we'd do. And obviously with the dogs and it being lockdown, like they hadn't actually been to a lot of restaurants or anything. Like I don't think Peanut went inside a restaurant until she was about 10 months old. So it kind of wasn't necessarily used to that situation. And then as soon as we stayed in the hotels, I was like, definitely the dog friendly stuff is where I enjoy the most. Like I love making all sorts of content. I love kind of doing daily vlogs, like the more chill stuff. But for me, like I love going out and exploring with the dogs and kind of showing particularly unique places. Like we recently went to a museum and I was like, that's really cool. Like we've never been to a museum before. Like the more places I can bring them to, amazing. Like we went to Manchester once and you could take them to the bowling alley. Can't say they loved it because they were a bit like, what are you doing with that massive ball? But I was like, this is fun. Like it's more things you can do and bring them along. I'm like, that's great. And people love to see that. I love when people message me and they're like, oh, I went here because I saw it on your page. Yeah. Like that's the best.
So which bowling alley was it?
It was called Dog Bowl, I think.
Dog Bowl.
Yeah. It's pretty fun, different, cute, unique if you're in Manchester. Like it's something to do. So awesome. It was fun.
I think the life that people live with their dogs now is very different to generations before.
Oh.
And for me personally, if it's not dog friendly, it's almost like it doesn't exist to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very much like, can I just bring my dog? Like, you know, you go to restaurants and honestly, people think the misconception is that, you know, the dog's going to pee. They never do. Like dogs are so well behaved these days. And you wouldn't take your dog to a restaurant or a hotel if you knew they were going to be really badly behaved.
Oh, 100%. Like often I would say the dogs are better behaved than children in restaurants. But like, I think previously there was a misconception. And I think particularly now it's nice. You can go out for nice meals. You can stay at nice hotels. Like I think previously you might have had to stay at hotels that, you know, weren't so nice or get put in a horrible room just because you've got the dogs. Whereas now it's great because it's like some of the fanciest restaurants I have been to with Peanut and Pablo. Like my mum always laughs. She's like, Peanut and Pablo have stayed at nicer hotels than I have.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And I think now people have definitely cottoned on to the fact that there's I'll call it the dog parent pound.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it really is, oh, Chubbs, are you disagreeing? Is there not a dog parent pound? Well, you've definitely been spending them, haven't you? You love dog-friendly restaurants.
Yeah.
You do. Yes, Mr. Tong. Got that tongue out to the side, looking
so
all cute.
It's so cute.
So another question that I really wanted to know in terms of the content side of things, at what point did you think, okay, so this is becoming bigger than I could ever have imagined?
I kind of have those moments every so often, like things will kind of crop up. Probably getting to like 50,000 followers was like, actually, when you think about that, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
The best one, I think, is when people recognize us out. And we've had it in really random places, like the trip to Manchester. We'd literally go out the car and like 5 minutes in, this girl was like, oh my God, it's Peanut and Pablo, I follow you. And I was like, that's so crazy being in like, because I guess when we're at home or even in like London, that's where people are used to seeing us. Whereas like when it's really random places, the same happened in Edinburgh, and this woman, I basically asked her to take a photo of me and my parents and the dogs. And she's like, oh my God, it's Peanut and Pablo, I follow them. And I'm like, that's so crazy. And it's funny because like when I used to go to the station and go back to London, my dad sometimes would hold the dogs, I'd go to M&S, very boring backstory.
Standard. We all go to M&S.
Which I could do with being dog friendly because, you know, sometimes like all you want is some picky bits from M&S. But if you're with the dogs alone, it ain't happening. So my dad would like stand out, I'd be getting the food. And I remember this woman who worked for LNER came over and was like, oh my God, it's Peanut and Pablo. And like to my dad, it just is like, what on earth? Yeah. And he was just really like, how weird, some random woman's coming up the dogs. And he was like, yes, like, very awkwardly.
I take it your dad's not on social. He's not living that life in the same way.
Not in the same way. He has an Instagram account, kind of leaves some random comments, but it's definitely like, for him, he's like, what on earth is this? Like, these are my daughter's dogs. Like, this is just
it's weird.
On another level, yeah.
I know. I don't think parents get social media if they're not in the, say, in marketing or something like that.
100%.
They think it's quite bizarre.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think my mum and dad sometimes are like, they just don't know what to say now. They're like, okay, yeah, like, we've just become so normalized.
They're like, this is cute.
Yeah.
My grandchildren are influencers
yeah.
on social media, whatever that means. Yeah.
Literally.
So another question. So I wanted to know, social media has its ups, its downs. How have you dealt with any criticism or any negative comments? Has it been something that you've experienced or not really?
Yeah, I would say predominantly there isn't a lot of criticism and most comments are fairly nice. I can take anything that's constructive, but I feel like I cut deep. Like particularly if you say something negative about my dogs, it really cuts me deep. And I think but it is one of those things, if you put yourself out there, and particularly, you know, if you get a reel or a TikTok, the better it does, the more it's being pushed out to people who don't normally see your content or know who you are and might question things. And, you know, they're couple of seconds clips. But I would say overall, very much a positive experience. And one of the things I love is like where I've got followers who might have literally followed since kind of the beginning. And, you know, you get to know people and some of the comments are so lush. Like people are kind of really invested and like they'll know members of my family. Because, for example, my niece, she'll sometimes be on it, particularly when she was like younger. And people are like, oh, how's Lola? And it's like, that's crazy, isn't it? But there's some like really lovely people that I've got to know. And like the other day I was in Devon and I met this girl on the beach and she basically got a Cavapoo because she saw Peanut.
Oh,
and like she
really
was there
nice.
with a Cavapoo and I was like, this is just such a crazy like moment that I'm somewhere quite random in Devon and this girl's there. And like I do feel like I've really kind of made a community online and there's some people that I feel like are genuinely so kind of kind and invested, and I always try and remember that part more than any kind of negative because that normally always comes from people who don't know me or don't know the dogs.
Yeah, they've just seen a reel.
Yeah.
And made a silly comment.
Yeah.
And don't even go onto your profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just random stuff.
Yeah.
And the realities of actually capturing this content, because I know I'm always taking content of me and Chubbs. And as you can see in this video, Chubbs is now rolling on the floor. He's now rolling on the floor.
I love it.
He's very active. Now, how are Peanut and Pablo in front of the camera? Have they got used to it? Obviously they have, but what kind of tricks and tips do you do to kind of, you know, get them to do what you need them to do, but still in a way where they're still being themselves?
Yeah, and I'm really big on that. Like I've had some brands try to work with me before where it's too curated. Like for me, I will work, you know, and try and do certain things, but I always have that I want the dogs to feel happy and I want them to feel natural, and I would never want to be too kind of forced. Yeah. Obviously, there's things where I'll make them sit, and people are always like quite impressed because they're like, God, they will literally sit for you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The answer to that is cheese. They absolutely love cheese. So cheese is always the answer. Cheese is always, if I need them to do something, the cheese is there.
Chubbs, that's also a word he loves.
Cheese.
Cheese, Chubby. Maybe say cheese to him and see if he comes. Cheese, Chubbs.
Cheese. Always
oh, he stopped. Never mind. So obviously, you're definitely this dedicated dog mom. You've created this great community online, fun content, and you're actually adding value to dog parents' lives. And that's amazing because it's a minefield out there when you're looking for places to go.
Yeah.
It's a minefield. And it comes up with you've just got SEO and whoever's paid the most is ranked at the top, and it's not authentic. So it's great when you have creators out there that are actually like yourself that are really giving real recommendations.
Yeah.
It makes things so much easier as a dog parent. But I've got loads of questions. Another question and another question is going back to the emotional side now, because content and all that is great, but you're a dog mom first, ultimately. Yeah. What do they mean to you on a deeper level?
I feel like I could literally burst into tears. Like for me, Peanut and Pablo have been through kind of by my side through various parts of my life. I got them when I was 20. Well, I got Peanut when I was 24. And my life's changed quite dramatically since that point. I've been through various periods. At one point, I was depressed. I did have a bout of kind of depression. I went through quite a bad breakup. And they're that consistent. Like they have literally been there and they're that kind of happy part of every single day. And I think it's that loyalty that I could never kind of put into words that I appreciate. Like they're always there. They love me whether I look a state, whether, you know, I might not have given them the best day ever. Like I always want, I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself to be like, all right, then you have the best day ever. But you know what? Some days are rubbish and they're there and they love you and they just give you that kind of whole heart feeling. And I, like genuinely, I know they'll be particularly special dogs for me because of what I've been through. And like, you know, I've got a new boyfriend and they're there by my side and they're there through, just such a journey and they're just such a part of me. I
should have brought tissues because like... that question definitely...
It just went like that in my chest.
I saw you. I saw the physical reaction to the question. And this is where I feel that if you don't have a dog and you don't understand that emotional connection that you have with them, that, you know, when you hear things like people taking the mick because you love your dog so much, they minimalize the actual affection and the attachment and the love that you have for each other.
Yeah.
And it's upsetting when you're having these genuine feelings for your dog and then you have people almost mocking you, even if it's in silence, because, you know, there's the silent mock.
Yeah. But people just like...
Yeah, you're a bit obsessed with your dog. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's because my feelings are genuine.
Yeah.
It's genuine love.
Yeah.
This is why I feel this way. This is why you just think that unconditional love that they've given you. Are you happy for me to talk about, just go a bit deeper into one of those experiences?
Yeah,
any of them? Like if you can just talk a little bit about one of those experiences where they've really helped you.
I think particularly when I had that period where I was very down, and it's not something I normally talk about in great detail, but it was a rough time and I kind of very much felt like I'd lost myself and a lot had went on, and just kind of having them there. Like what scares me is thinking of that period had they not been there. Like how would I? Because they are there that every day. Like sometimes I can be quite anxious. Sometimes that is, but it's became part of my personality, unfortunately. I never used to be an anxious person, but they're that kind of reason to, you know, get up and go out for a walk. It's even sometimes as simple as that. Like one of the best things for my head is stick some headphones on and just get out in the fresh air, and dogs force that upon you. And then you go out and you're like, do you know what? That's like a small dose of therapy. And just that kind of, that thirst for life every day and the thirst for the little things, like they don't want for much. They really don't. Like they just want you to be present. They want love, they want to be walked, and they want food. And that's all. And
lots of cuddles.
Yeah, so many cuddles. Very needy.
So your emotion, I felt, and I'm loving, just thank you for sharing that. And because it was just a real raw emotion there. And I'm not sure if you know much about my story with Chubbs, but I have also, you know, been through bad breakups and gone through anxiety and depression. You know, I was on 8 tablets a day just to get through the day. And without Chubbs, there's no way I would have made it.
Yeah.
I can put my hands up and say that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand
It's a very relatable feeling, isn't it? When you kind of like, you really think how much they got you through that. It's just...
And the more that you have those dark moments, you think, the more I have to spoil them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a jokey way. It means dogs' lives are a lot shorter than a human's life, you know, in their lifespan. And I hate even thinking about it. Breaks my heart.
Unbearable.
Okay. You get me. It's just the worst thought.
Yeah.
And if I think about it, I have to block it out. I'm blocking it
too,
out now. We're moving on from that subject.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that subject. But knowing that, I think every single day I have to make like the best day for Chubbs. Like it has to be the best day. And like you said, you know, when we don't do that many activities with them, we get dog mum guilt.
Oh, huge.
The dog mum guilt and the dog parent guilt is huge. You know, you could be doing your work and is it just me, or do you look every like half an hour, every 15 minutes just to make sure? And they have the boredest faces.
Oh, yeah, like Peanuts is like next level. Like she has the saddest face in the world at the best of times. And you look over and then the guilt just like quadruples because you're like, I feel really terrible now.
Do you also get up and say playtime for 5 minutes? I do that all the time and I'm like, okay, I still have to get this work done. But they're manipulators. They also know what they're doing.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
But they're just these amazing, amazing beings.
Yeah.
They're
so pure.
They're so pure and they get you for everything.
Yeah.
They really do. And they're just so special. I feel like I'm having a moment too because they just hit your heart.
Yeah, like it's like deep, isn't it? And not to go into this subject that we don't want to cover because we'll both be bawling our eyes out.
Yes.
But I think there is also something kind of lovely in the sense of you do appreciate them, and it's the reality of life. Like nothing lasts forever.
Right.
And I think it really makes you think about that more. Like sometimes I think in life it's really easy to jump ahead and you want the next thing. Like, you know, you want the lovely house that you've always dreamed of. And I always stop myself and like, again, this is awful to say, Peanut Pablo might not be there when I get to that point. So it makes me think, actually, hang on, let's appreciate where I am now. Even if everything isn't perfect, because that's the reality of life, it's not going to be. It always kind of like draws me back to the now. And I think, do you know what? This is where they are. They're here with me right now. And this is what I need to be grateful for.
Yeah. But this is why they're so amazing, is because they're so present.
Yeah.
And that's what you've just described. They're so present.
Just now, it's the day, it's whatever's going on right now. They're like, great. And they're so resilient. Like, you know, even if they go through things or whatever you've been through and they feel your emotion, that's the reality of it. Like, they just kind of bounce along and they're like, okay, new day, like what we're doing, where we're going, like.
But they also can sense it.
Yeah, hugely.
And they're just so compassionate and, you know, they'll come and give you a lick and cuddle cozy into you a bit more. They're just so empathic.
Yeah.
They really feel you. And I have to say, I've not met a human like that.
No, exactly.
I really haven't. And I think it's the fact that they're just, like you said, that word pure.
Mm-hmm. And selfless.
They're so selfless.
Because I think as human beings, we are so wrapped up in ourselves as human beings. Like we're all bothered about our own emotions and what other people, where I think about what other people think of us, whereas I think about what, like, you know, when we're so wrapped up in that, whereas dogs are just there for like you say, the present.
For you.
Yeah.
So when you are going through a bad day, what is something that you do with the dogs that you think this is absolutely going to make me feel better?
A walk on the beach. It's just like they love it, and just seeing them love it, like that is the happy place. Like I say, Pablo's just off. He's weeing on things. He's rolling around on seaweed. Peanut's got a ball, and just that moment to kind of detach, not look at your phone, because everyone kind of gets drawn into that. And I think sometimes stepping away is nice, having that fresh air and just having that moment and really taking it in and taking in the beauty if it's a lovely day. I mean, it's not always in the northeast of England, but when it's beautiful, it is really beautiful. And just, having that kind of moment and being present. And I think we can all take a lot from that because we do get wrapped up in what else we need to do. And I am quite busy. Like this week has been crazy and I absolutely love doing content creation. Like it is absolutely my passion, but I also work a full-time job. Like it does get a little bit hectic. I'm going to be honest, but just having that moment to kind of switch off from everything else and just really center myself with the dogs.
That's amazing because they're incredible for our mental health.
Oh, like unbelievable. I feel like my whole mental health is kind of riding on them. Like scary.
This
I'm like,
yes,
you are holding me here.
Yeah, without them.
Yeah.
And this is a question that I often think to myself, you know, we won't go back to that subject, but they are literally, for me, Chubbs has been my shining light, my saving grace, my everything. And yeah, I'm just utterly grateful, you know, and he doesn't say anything, but he says everything.
Yes. This is a really big thing. Because like there's a bit of a TikTok trend where people are like, this creature's never said anything to me, but I know everything that I need to know. And like it does prove that communication is one thing, but it's kind of actions always speak louder than words. And the way they are and their presence is everything. You don't need to have a conversation with them,
Not a verbal one.
Yeah.
But you have other conversations with them. Now, this is interesting because you said that, you had a breakup and then you're now in a new relationship and life sounds good. Now, when you were going through that process of dating and meeting people, how did you screen them to make sure that they were the right dad for Peanut and Pablo?
Well, that is it, isn't it? It's like, I'm here for the dog dad. Like, this is a priority here. Like, I remember some of my friends being like, so what if you met someone that didn't like dogs? I was like, well, then there's not a first date. There's nothing. Like, there's no conversation there. Like, this is part of it. But it was funny because they were on my Hinge profile and obviously people are like, oh, the dogs. And I always say to my boyfriend now, it's like, I laugh. I'm like, it's funny because I come as a package. Like, there's no questions asked. Like, it is me, Peanut and Pablo, and particularly because I take them a lot of places. Like, it's now the four of us. Like, we're a bit of a unit. So
we're a family.
Yeah, like, it's all of us. But yeah, that's absolutely like a key part for me. Like, I didn't introduce the dog straight away. It was a few days, get to know him, before you introduce the kids.
This reminds me of an experience that I had where I was dating someone for like 3 months and I still didn't introduce them. I was like, I had to be sure.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
have to be sure.
You don't ever be attached.
No. So you must have been sure quite early on.
Yeah, and I remember we went for we'll go to like a restaurant near mine that's dog friendly. We'll take them for a bit of a walk. We can meet them. And yeah, it's a massive part. It's like, how do they feel about the dogs? Like, do they value them in the way that I value them and ensure that they're part of the family however much I would want them to be? Do you know what I mean? Like, so they're not just dogs in the old school way people go, well, you can just leave them at home. It's like, how does that translate to them as well?
It's a vetting process. You need to make sure they're fully on board and they are a dog dad.
Yeah, and my boyfriend's really taken on the role of dog dad. Like, we'll laugh now. I'm like, would you ever imagine this? I mean, he's a tattoo artist, which obviously is like quite a cool job. And I bought him this top for Christmas and it's like Peanut and Pablo's #1 fan. And he sent me a photo like the other month at work, like a selfie in the mirror, and he had it on. And I was like, I really respect that. Because like, it's not really fitting with the vibe of the studio, but like, I respect it. Like, that is the commitment I'm looking for.
Definitely. I love that you screen. You've got to do the screening process.
100%.
You've got to vet them. Got to make sure that they're going to take care of your babies as much as you take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's also like, how do the dogs feel about them?
Important.
Because I did date someone once and we went to his house and it was quite funny because Pablo just sat on his sofa and growled at him. At that point, I should have known, that was going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, that was definitely not one.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a whole process, and yeah, they've got to take them under their wing and be willing to be that dog dad, like
Definitely.
Real dog dad.
Yeah, it's important. Does this mean that a tattoo's on the way of Peanut and Pablo?
Not quite. He always says, he's like, oh, we could have a really cute one. I'm like, that would actually be really cute. But we'll see. Watch this space.
Yeah. So one thing that I'm super passionate about is the welfare, mental health of dogs, but also the dog parents, because I feel like that gets kind of not spoken about, not thought about. It's an afterthought. We always talk about animal welfare, which is amazingly important and very, very, very important with so many things that have happened in the media around dogs and all of that. But as a dog parent, for some dog parents, it's the only time they're ever going to be a parent because a lot of people choose not to have children in favor of having dogs.
Yeah.
Can't have children, for example. There's so many reasons. And I think I'm really on a mission to focus on dog parent health, well-being, mental health, and just simple things like taking care of your body. You're constantly walking another living being all the time. Yeah. Your posture is going to be a little bit out of sorts at times.
Yep.
Just making sure that you look after yourself physically. But mentally, obviously, your dogs are always doing part of the job, because all that oxytocin and serotonin that's been released when you're with your dogs. But I think it's really important to think about your mental health and just how you look after yourself. Because like any parent, if you're good, so are the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think for me, sometimes my anxiety does come because I've got Peanut and Pablo, because I am so like, I put them first so much. And it is trying to take that step back. And I also have like major trust issues of anyone looking after my dogs. Like,
snap.
Like, that's on the, I knew you'd be on that level as well. But like, it is also sometimes hard. I mean, I absolutely trust my mum and dad, and they will have them. They have them when I'm in the office. Like, they're at my mum and dad's now. But I equally, like, before I go on holiday, I make myself ill with guilt and anxiety. And it's so silly because Pina and Pablo have the best time. Like, they are absolutely fine, but I eat myself up. Like, until I leave for the airport, like, my boyfriend will say, is like, you are not okay. I'm like, I'm not okay. I'm like, I don't want to go. Like, and I love a holiday. Like, I will always. And I think it's about finding someone that you trust, because also you do sometimes need time away. Like, I love being with Peanut and Pablo, but particularly having 2 dogs, it does get a little bit chaotic sometimes. And I can run myself into the ground when I've had a busy day, and then I'm doing the 2-hour walks and all of those things. So I completely agree. It's trying to look after yourself. And Pablo is a prolific lead puller, which is something I'd love to tackle, but he is just that kind of boy. And I notice it in my back. I'm like, my back hurts, and it's trying to look after yourself as well.
Definitely. And I'll stress again, it's a mental and physical. You know, the amount of times we pick dogs up.
Yeah.
Put our dogs in the sofa. You know, if you're a sofa person. I mean, if you're not a sofa person, you're probably not going to be on the Dog Mom podcast. You'll definitely be allowing your dog on the sofa.
Oh, absolutely. I literally would lend the car if they could drive and they needed it. Like, that. They can have whatever I have.
Exactly. So outside of being a content creator, outside of being a dog mum, what does Sarah enjoy doing? What hobbies do you have outside of that?
It kind of probably hits on some of the stuff I do with content, but I am like a massive foodie. Like, I love cooking. I very much challenge myself to cook new recipes. I love hosting. I'm a big hoster. Like, I'm on Pinterest. I'm looking at like what I can get. Like, I want to set the table up beautifully. I'd like spend hours doing that. So I'm very much into kind of cooking, hosting, socializing. I used to be a night out girl, but that is just the hangovers these days. It's not for me.
No, not like with Pablo in the morning.
Well, exactly. There's no rest of the wicked there. So absolutely not. But yeah, like, you know, like a nice couple of sociable drinks in the sun, lovely, but absolutely not in the club. Like, it's not me. But I guess the other side is just holidays. Like, I love seeing new places. And that is, like I say, with going away, that I eat myself up with guilt beforehand. But I'm lucky enough that I do trust my mum and dad to the end of the earth with the dogs. So I am able to go away and kind of enjoy that time. My ultimate dream is to take the dogs abroad. First would be sort of a road trip around Europe. Like, I'd absolutely love to like hire a camper, go to Italy, go through France, go through Spain, like just all the places we could possibly do. Just
sounds wonderful.
All the different spots. I mean, I was in Paris with my boyfriend a couple of months ago, and like, there's so many dog friendly places there, and I was seeing them all on TikTok. And when you're there, you're like, I wish the dogs were here too.
Yeah.
But I mean, the ultimate goal is like America.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we're about to do a double trip. I'm thinking about taking the actual liner to New York. Takes 7 days to get there. And then me and Chubb's gonna have a crazy adventure in New York.
Oh my God, you need to do it.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, imagine in New York, like, this is what I'm picturing. I'm like, Peanut, Pablo, New York, me.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, this is it.
Literally, the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, the dream.
Can you imagine the selfie?
Yeah, that's like, yeah, you're like, wow.
It'd be great. So we're coming to the end now and this has been awesome and I've really enjoyed it. But I've got some fire questions for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to quickly go down so I can grab them. So, Peanut and Pablo, wet food, dry food, home cooked food. I think I know the answer.
They're dry at the minute.
They're dry.
They are, yes. We've been through different food variants, but at the minute for lifestyle, they eat dry food.
Dry food. I think we've answered this already, kind of, but on the bed or off the bed?
On the bed.
And the same applies to the sofa?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Evening walks, morning strolls. Which one do you prefer?
Morning.
Morning?
It's that kind of like start your day off right.
Okay. Groomed teddy bear or natural?
Teddy bear.
Yeah?
I love the fluffiness. I mean, it's a nightmare to look after, but that is where I'm like, oh.
You love the teddy bear look.
Yeah.
It is a cute look. And the final question I have for you, if you had to sum up being a dog parent in one word, what would it be?
Ooh. Oh, that is a really hard one in just the one word.
Just one word.
Maybe a bit cliche, but magical.
That's what I had in my head. I did. I was like, magical.
We're so in sync here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say magical because it is. It's just so special and it's beyond what I could have imagined.
Oh, I love that because I promise you, 1,000,000%.
This is so like insane.
I know. It's like we're in each other's. But you know what it is? When you're a dog parent, you feel the same as each other feel. And we can really relate to each other.
Yeah.
When it's genuine and it's deep and it's so connected the way that we are to our dogs. That's why magical is in your head and in mine.
I love it.
That's magical. Ta-da! So, where can people find you on Instagram and TikTok?
So our handle is the same on both. So it's Pina_and_Pablo.
Awesome. And is there any final words that you just want to share about being a dog parent?
Probably too much, but it is just the best. And like I say, it's a big commitment. And I think people should never kind of get wrapped up in just the initial, I'd never kind of want to promote just, get a dog. It's the best thing ever. If you're willing to give them the love, the commitment, the walks that you don't want to do, then the payoff for that is like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Sarah, it has been an absolute privileged and juicy and lovely. I have enjoyed this conversation so much. We are definitely kindred spirits, and I will be coming to see you at some point in Newcastle.
Yes, you need to
check out those dog-friendly places and that beach.
Yes, we're going to the beach.
It sounds magical.
Yep, it's going to be magical.
So we will definitely do that. But thank you so much for coming on the Dog Mum podcast. I really appreciate you. And lots of love to Peanut and Pablo.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute joy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, and thanks to Chubbs, who's now sleeping on the floor. Good boy.